Hi everybody, it's Jan from the mountain and it's snowing. It won't last because it's a little bit early for us, but it's so pretty. Mr. Byron, our gorgeous black cat, has been helping us with our Christmas decorations. How long will the tree last? Here is my latest progress with decorating. I've had to take off the plaster next to the door. I have to do it on both sides. The stones underneath are lovely and I like to keep them, but unfortunately where the door is fitted there's too much of a gap, and so I'm just going to have to redo them. It's the 4th today, although you'll be seeing this later. This is behind my cooker, which I've moved out, my craft room cooker. It's all very lumpy and bumpy, the plaster. Where we buried the pipework, not the pipework, the wiring for the electrics is all lumpy. I'm just going to have to fix it. It's not going to be completely flat, but I'm trying to smooth it off. It adds to the rustic look. It's our tree in one room. This is coming into the sitting room of my studio, which is still a little bit disorganised, but we're still working towards a cosy Christmas. We've got decorations up, we've got a tree, and my studio is still very much work in progress again. No tree in here yet. We do have plans, but they look to be a long way off, don't they? My deadline was the 1st. Didn't make it. The pressure's on. Here I've done some natural cement to cover up the stones. Maybe one day I'll expose them. This side has got to be done. And just been trying to get things smooth. I've got to smooth all this. Where you see the white, I've done some work. Where you don't see the lumps and bumps and no white, I haven't. I've got to do all this above the lintel there and behind my paintings. So I'll have to move all my shelf. I'm not looking forward to that. Pressure's on again. The 6th. Let's have a look at the progress. 6th of December. Well, sitting room in my studio is looking a little bit neater. Maybe I should put some tinsel on my loom. I've put a little hanging ivy plant there, which actually looks really lovely. This has got efflorescence coming out of the cement. That's got to be fixed. Working now. Can you see in the corner though? There's Maya. We've got the tree up and some decorations around the fireplace, but doesn't fill me with Christmas joy just yet. I feel a sparkle of Christmas, but I've got so much work to continue with. There, I've been smoothing there. I mixed some gesso with my stucco and it seemed to cover a lot quicker, but it's not going to be quite as smooth. I'm going to sand everything down as well. I'm just up the ladder working above this big cupboard, and you can see I've done some work there. We're getting there. I've done another bit more of cementing there, and the tree does look pretty. In my mind, I can see it when it's in all its glory, when the room is finished, or finished for Christmas, let's say. This is me doing some gesso to cover up or smooth off the lumps and bumps in the wall. It goes on, excuse my sniffing, I've got a really bad cold this week. This is, it goes on quite easily and quickly actually, and once I discovered the gesso mixed with the stucco, I thought the only way to move things on is to just mix gesso in with the stucco and smooth it on. The gesso makes it kind of a grey colour, but it doesn't matter, everything's going to be painted anyway afterwards. I actually quite like doing this, smoothing it off. It's quite relaxing and you can switch off and, well, just get on with the job. There's the lintel and I'm up the ladder. You can see. Oh, there's Lucy. She's come to see what I'm up to. I just need to get this corner done and join into the bit that I've already done above the lintel. And then I would think I'm going to have to move my shelf, so that's going to be a pause in stuccoing to move my shelf and get on with another job. I recently went to visit some friends who are staying for a little while in the village, and it just looks so beautiful with the snow on the mountains, and I just thought I'd take a little bit of film because it's quite different in the winter here. It was such a gorgeous evening, I just wanted to share it with you. Back in my studio for more decorating the next day, and it's clear the shelf time, so I can move my shelves out and get to work behind. This is probably the worst part of decorating, isn't it? When you've got to move things and clear shelves, and it gives you a chance to give everything a really good clean and a scrub afterwards, but it's just, I want to get on with the job, and this to me is an obstacle, but a necessary one. So it's also quite cold. We haven't lit the fire yet. I do warm up when I'm working. Just a little bit of pressure for me is that my daughter is hosting a dinner for her friends, a pre-Christmas dinner. But actually it's a Doctor Who evening, but it is pre-Christmas. So she's hosting that tomorrow, and so the pressure really is on for me to get these things sorted out. Right, this is behind the shelf, and we just moved it up a little way. We didn't have to take everything off, but quite a lot, as you can see. Behind, everything's flaked off, There's some cementing that a friend of mine did. There's smoothing to be done there of the electrical wires where they were buried. Buried in a tube, but the walls were stone, so it was difficult to drill deep enough. This looks damp, it's a damp stain, so this is going to be like the wall on the other side of this, where I had to scrape all the damp paint off underneath. It looks as though I'm going to have to do that. The family are out this morning, I'm staying in to do this, and well, I just better get started. I need to smooth all these rough bits. It's going to be a long morning. I have been scraping for a little while now, and look, I found these flowers that were actually painted on like a fresco underneath. I just think they look so cute and pretty. I don't really want to paint over these. It's going to take some really careful scraping, because if I scrape too far, the very thin layer of plaster that these flowers are painted onto is coming away, and there's kind of another painted plaster underneath, a kind of speckled paint, which isn't as pretty as these flowers. They're very subtle. So the whole damp part of the wall, I'm not going to scrape and reveal all of the flowers in this wall. I'm assuming they're there. Just below here, where I'm going to have to take the paint off anyway. As you can see, there's speckly bits underneath. I've gone too far with the scraping. I'm quite disappointed. I didn't realise that the pretty flowers were there. So if I can carefully scrape the top layer of paints off, I think there's about 2 or 3 layers of paint, then I'm going to keep the flowers as a kind of tribute to its age, the house's age, and what was there before. I can't scrape this, so somebody cemented this, but it looks so cute. My shelves are going to be there, so that will protect the wall, and I must find out a way of protecting it once I've scraped it back. So it's going to look kind of ancient and flowery in an exposed bit. They're so cute, just look. I don't know when this was done. I'm guessing it was probably after the Second World War, so it's not that old, but it looks so pretty. Okay, it's the 9th. I'm just having trouble changing it on our calendar. It's my turn to change it today. This is the hard bit, to actually get the hook in the loop. I've done behind. We've actually painted this room now. So I'm just putting things back on the shelves. That's the last bit. I've painted behind. I didn't manage to scrape off all of the paint covering the flowers. That's something for after Christmas. I've done a little bit and left some. The fire's on. We're getting cozier, everybody. The tree's up. Needs tidying still. Where's the progress? The cement is done either side of the door, but it's been painted. Not the cementy bits. I didn't do the inside of the door frame. Evening time. Let's see where we are again with our decorations. You've seen the tree before. Let's go into my studio. Got lights around the door there. And lights around the window. It's a bit tidier, how can you see? It's actually tidier. We haven't put my pictures on the wall yet, but we've hung lights. The fire is lit, lights are on my shelf. I feel as though we're actually getting there now. It looks so pretty and so cute. Just turn the light out. You can't really, the lighting, I've got a cold light bulb for my painting when I'm working, and it makes it look cold. This is so cozy when I switch it out. I have a warm bulb in the other light here. We're just having a look at our candles and deciding on what we're going to do. So we're just trying some candles out on a table in the other part of the house with our tree. But just let's walk through again, because I love this archway, where the doorway where we've got lights around and a lantern. Walk through into the sitting room part of my studio. It's starting to get cozy, and I'm starting to feel really excited towards Christmas, because I feel that we're nearly there now with this. Anything that I haven't done needs to be left, like the wall you can see on the right. It needs to dry, so I can't do anything with that. The scraping behind my art studio shelves can't be done. Just look how cozy it looks. It's so cute. So cute. Lights everywhere, candles, and a little tree on the table for now. Might move that, but I just love that corner. Just give me my favourite book, and I'll just sit by the fire in the cozy atmosphere. So cute. These lights alternate from being cold to warm. Really beautiful in here, and I'm really pleased the way it's turned out. So cute. The fireplace, we've given some tinsel and a star, and my little corner bookshelf is looking really Christmassy and cozy there. My wheel looks lovely, my spinning wheel, and it just gives everything a lovely Christmassy glow. Thank you for watching my video until the end, and if you liked it, please hit the like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe. It really helps me to grow, and I can bring you more videos about rustic life in Italy. And if you want to be the first to hear about any new videos, please hit the notification bell. See you next time.